paused.
Evening everybody, I'm Pixie Styx. Rachel requested that I wear my Cookie Monster onesie, so here we go. Here's me as Cookie Monster. I'm going to start with a song called Tossed by a Bullock in Nottingham, which whilst I'm aware it sounds terribly rude, it isn't. It's set in Nottingham in 1896, and it's based on a real story that I robbed out of the Nottinghamshire Guardian. Shortly after 1 o'clock one Wednesday, one hot July in 1896, came the beginning of a quite peculiar frenzy, as a bullock gave his drovers the slip. He caused great consternation in Albert Street, gave everybody a scare, rampaging right up to St. Peter's. He charged at the paper boys there. In Friar Lane he frightened a policeman, took a chunk out of a post made out of iron, headed Market Way on a market day, and bothered all the people who were selling and buying. He ran up Healy Street, he ran down Albert Street, through St. Peter's Square, he ran down Wheeler Gate, he ran down Friar Lane to the market, and he made some mayhem there. He ran up Healy Street, he ran down Albert Street, through Red Lion Square, all the way up long stairs, he ran down Broadway and other thoroughfares. The moral of our story, life is fickle. Take heed and pay attention where you tread, or you might end up outside the flower circle, cornered with a bullet in your head. He ran up Healy Street, he ran down Albert Street, through St. Peter's Square, he ran down Wheeler Gate, he ran down Friar Lane to the market, and he made some mayhem there. He ran down Charlotte Street, he ran down Carter Gate, through Red Lion Square, all the way up long stairs, he ran down Broadway and other thoroughfares. Ta very much. I'm going to see if I can, by the magic of technology, just have a look at the tablet, see if anyone's watching. How magic. What I should have done is turn the screensaver off. Well, while that's logging in, hi again. So we're here for Punk for the Homeless. This is my second live stream since we've been in lockdown for Punk for the Homeless. We're supporting Compass Children's Charity, so if you've got a few spare quid, then chuck it in the virtual bucket. You can't catch diseases from a virtual bucket, which is probably something worth remembering. Some of you may know I have seizures if I get too hot, so here's my Cookie Monster eyes, and I'm taking my hood off. So, this next song I wrote on holiday in Whitby, and I had an interesting time in Whitby. Some of it was good and some of it was absolutely rubbish. But while I was there, I revisited my early problems with gambling. When I say problems with gambling, when I was about 9, we went on a school trip, and I got £3 pocket money with me, and I found a 2p machine at Granada Studios, and I popped the whole £3 in there, absolutely adamant I could make a raise on it. And I was supposed to be buying a birthday present for my sister with that. So I actually stole her a Spice Girls poster and a mood ring, and she didn't really want either, but you know, at least I got something. I felt terribly guilty about it. So don't steal things. Instead. This isn't a song about stealing things, but it is a song about 2P machines and millennials, which are both things that I find quite confusing. In this arcade, there was this box. Oh, in one. Bear with me. I have never been able to do this before. This is my shitty little mystery box that I won in Whitby. And let me see, yeah, it's still got its shitty little mystery presents inside it, which just so happen to be some of the most atrociously sparkly bracelets I've ever seen in my life, and they actually go really well with my earrings. So, and there's a little bit of Whitby Jet in there, which is quite nice. I spent an awful lot of money trying to win this, and when it finally got to the front of the machine, it didn't fit down the front, so I went. And I gave the man who ran that arcade absolute hell about it until he gave me my shitty little mystery box. So here's the song that goes with the box. Pressed up to the glass, waiting for the day to pass. Shitty little mystery box. No one knows what's inside, what kinds of secrets do you hide? Shitty little mystery box. You're the kind of puzzle that would occupy my mind like Schrodinger. Got my mind all in a muddle, it's a little bit too much for a pub singer. She says she's a lesbian, but she spends all her time with men. Shitty little mystery box. A fucking fluffy unicorn who's gonna take the world by storm. Shitty little mystery box. You're the kind of puzzle that would occupy a mind like Schrodinger. Got my mind all in a muddle, it's a little bit too much for a pop singer. How many 2Ps am I gonna have to put in the slot to figure out the riddle of the mystery box? It might be small change, but it sure adds up to a lot when I ain't got the kind of key that you need to unlock your shitty little mystery box. Your shitty little mystery, you're pretty but your history. Your shitty little mystery box. Yeah. Most hilariously, I was singing that in a pub open mic one night, and one girl ran across in front of the stage and went, "Oh, this song's about me!" And I was like, "Actually, it is, yeah." Literally. So, where are we at? Keys. I spent a little bit of my time homeless, and yeah, sometimes that was my own choice, and sometimes it was a good choice, and sometimes it was a stupid choice. This is a song about a time it was a stupid choice. There was an awful sound as my keys hit the floor on the other side of a locked door, and the cat shouts at me as I'm walking away. Oh, but I'm not turning back, no, I'm not going to stay where I feel my wings get clipped anew at the end of every day. shoulder the load. This is the real tough start to a long road. Oh, but I know that I could make it just as long as I can say that I took another step forward. At the end of every day, just keep reaching and searching for somewhere I can stay. Maybe someday I want my own key to my own door. Need to know I can't be moved along or kicked out anymore. I want my own walls and my own floor, so I got something that I can hide behind, or somewhere I can land when I fall. All of my guitar straps have fallen off. Dear me. So it's a song about challenges and just dealing with it and getting on with it, yeah? All of my blisters have popped, but I won't. Blisters have popped, but fuck it. Let's do one I haven't just had my guitar try and fall off halfway through. Who's watching? Hey up Paul, hey up Eagle, how you doing? I hope everybody's staying safe. I hope everybody who's playing songs remembers them all the way through. That's useful as well. And I also wish for everybody the resourcefulness of an ancestor of mine, Charlotte, who was a seamstress. And her dad died when she was only young. So her mum and her moved back in with Grandad, who was a master tailor. And he taught her just about everything you knew with a needle and thread. So it might be a little bit of where I get my craziness with costuming from. But it was a resourcefulness thing as well. The story as it came down to me via my great aunt Hilda was that Charlotte had a little bit of a taste for the gin, and occasionally, after living in a big house with a big family, she fell for and married my great-great-granddad, David, the Iron Man of Radford. And it was definitely a love over money situation. So she had to get a little bit canny sometimes, and especially when it was time to pay a gym bill. Apparently she used to buy a suit from the pawn shop and turn it inside out so the stained bits on the inside, sell it off like it's a brand new piece of clothing. So that is some resourcefulness that I most definitely admire, and try and live a little bit of that in my life. So here's to Charlotte, here's to everyone who's using a little bit of resourcefulness and a little bit of pluck to get through times that can be difficult. This is That'll Do. Charlotte came from a nice part of town, great big house but no dad around. Living with a granddad, she learned a lot from things that he said. You can always make do if you can make something new, if you need all the thread. Oh, so what you gonna wear when it's party time, my dear, and you ain't got no pennies for a dress? Whip up a little razzle dazzle, something that will certainly impress. Something older mothers from her days out on the stage could be tastefully refashioned with a little bit of lace. So turn it inside out, sew it up again, and I think that'll do. Just like new, oh that'll do. It's just like new, oh that'll do. It's just like new. head out, so we're up again, and I think that'll do. Charlotte came from a nice part of town, but ended up in the slums when her luck was down. Love over money, she found herself a man who would stay. Happy but poor has its own price to pay. Oh, so what you gonna do when the gin money's due and you ain't got no pennies for the pot? Gotta be a little thrifty, make the most of all the little that we've got. It ain't a law. Oh, a second-hand suit is only stained on the outside and could fit a lot of fellas if it starts out extra wide. So turn it inside out, sew it up again and flog it off as new. That's what we'll do, oh, flog it off as new. That's what we'll do, it's just like new, it's just like new. So just turn it inside out, sew it up again and flog it off as new, and I think that'll do. Oh, my dad likes it when I give that song. I'm going to play him this, and I think he'll quite appreciate that. Right, I think it'll be cool. I'm not just talking to myself. My imaginary friend for today is my bro Chris, who's helping me out with the technologies and keeping me plied with drink. So thanks, Chris, and cheers to everybody out there. It would be useful if I could see how long I've been playing for. So, yeah, there's a couple of sides to what I do. I would just write on whatever song I feel like, on whatever subject I feel like, and a lot of it's been family history recently, but this is one that I hope will become a family history song at some point in the future. This is a song about the magic of the imagination of young people, and how if you're not too up yourself to just play a bit of a game, it can turn your day around quite spectacularly. So this is thanks to my niece and nephew who proper cheered me up when I needed it. This is Rainbow Chasers. Take me on a day out, and we could clamber into your magical tree, and I remember that tragic old me. Hey, 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 and if we find a sunbeam, we could follow it, just to find out where on earth it goes. And if that isn't quite enough adventure, maybe we should head out to chase rainbows, to chase hey, 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 hey. We could pick a spot out so we could build our tree house, and we could build it high so we could sleep out beneath the mythical sky. Hey, hey, Oh, that one does make me smile. Oh, yeah, this one might be quite funny. Oh gosh, too many more years than I'd like to admit to now. I put myself in hospital by doing something a little bit stupid, which was trying to do FIMO claim modelling at like 3 o'clock in the morning when I hadn't got enough sleep and I had to be up at about 5 to do everything else I needed to get done. It was for a uni project. It wasn't just some mad compulsion that I had, although to be fair, I'm quite impulsive. So, I got confused about the fact that American ovens and English ovens have got different temperatures. And my oven didn't go up high enough as far as I could understand it. So I fully banged it up as far as it will go and filled the house with this thick billowing smoke, which could have been beautiful in any other scenario, but I was coughing my lungs up and I put myself in a bit of a pickle, to be fair. And I ended up in the Royal Free Hospital in London. In fact, this is how long ago it was. It was about the time that a medical experiment went wrong and there was a number of people in there who were quite poorly with that. So, yeah, there was a lot going on in that hospital. There was the nurses chasing me because I kept running off for a fag, which when you have to disconnect the oxygen to go and buy fags in the first place is perhaps not the best thing to do. But, yeah, the nurse didn't like it when I told her I was filtering my air through the cigarette instead of through a machine. But, yeah. And the food was better from down the road as well. So, while I was in hospital, on oxygen and a little bit yeah, not very with it. I'd kind of fried myself. I wrote this song, and it actually started off as my attempt to write a punk song. I'll be honest with you. I'm not very good at writing punk songs. It's supposed to be 3 chords of the truth, yeah? This has ended up being about 5 chords and a load of bullshit, but see if you like it. Yes, that was it. 2006. That was the first time I was at uni. I got kicked out twice and now I'm having another go. So can I just say well done to the staff at Confetti for not kicking me out so far. I appreciate that, chaps. So, Pincushion Princess. I was a little bit sick of people sticking needles in me, which for somebody with 17 piercings just in my face, it's if you count ears as face, and I do. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, I was slightly fed up with people sticking needles in me. Trapped in a castle of ivory, she can't get out. And the prince won't show, 'cause he doesn't know about the beast tied out. On her own in the dragon's lair, he won't rescue her. Brand new knots in a golden hair, you're gonna eat her, ain't ya? Let her go before she gets depressed. It's a natural consequence of house arrest. But miserable people are harder to digest. It's true. Miserable people. Miserable people. People. Pincushion princess. Pincushion princess. Let her go. Pincushion princess, pincushion princess, leave her alone. She wants to go home. Let her go home. Let her go. Trapped in a castle of ivory with no breath to shout. She's got blood all down her backless gown where the ivy fell out. Choking down food from the plastic trays, it won't nourish her. In her own bubble medicated, wasted days you can't mend her. Can you let her go if you can't find the cause of all of her sickness, of all of her flaws? She needs to be free in the great outdoors. She needs to be free. She needs to be free, free. Pincushion princess, pincushion princess, let her go. Pincushion princess, pincushion princess, leave her alone. She wants to go home. Let her go home. Let her go. Let her go. Sweet. Well, clearly I got out of the hospital. And my only real lasting effect is I've got very few of the little hairs that line the nose and throat passages, so I've got to be a little bit careful round about now. I'm going to be avoiding people who are coughing. I saw a video the other day of some dickhead deliberately going up to someone and coughing on them, and I thought, you know, if that was me, I would knock him the fuck out, and then I'd wash my hands for 20 seconds with hot water and soap, because it's the only sensible thing to do. Talking of sensible things to do, some of you will know Big Man. He's my big man. That's why I call him that. Not just metaphorically, he's 6'4" and got a massive ginger beard. He looks like a cartoon character. It's wonderful. But me and Big Man have had some interesting times in our relationship. Mostly what makes it interesting is me, because I'm a pain in the arse. But I don't want to change me, because sometimes it's a lot of fun. So things that make a great deal of sense. This is a song about the time that I burnt Big Man's house down. Very therapeutic is burning the house down. Ooh. Oh, hi Tom. Do me a favour. I really like cats, and I can actually see out the window the bit of garden where my cat's buried, so I can't do any cat snuggling at the moment. So if you can, take a picture of your cat and stick it in the comments. I'd like to see your cat, please. If that's not too forward. So yeah, this is a song about the time I burnt my boyfriend's house down. It's called Red Tarmac, because that's what I got called after the house burning incident. Psychopath. Or something that sounds a bit like that. Hot coffee spills as I slam down my cup. Yes, I dare. I roll the sleeves of my t-shirt up. I'm prepared. Forget what you practice. This isn't a drill. You don't care. I pull something sharp from my pocket, but still, you're not scared. You're not scared, 'cause you're not there. You're not there, you're not there, you're not there. Oh, you're not there to wake me gently with the first rays of the light. Oh, plan a day out over breakfast when it's really getting brighter. Calm the fiat that appears with the coming of the night. So don't tell me not to break stuff, 'cause you haven't earned a right. You haven't earned a right, 'cause you're not there. You're not there, you're not there, you're not there. / the seat of your favorite chair. It begins, make a voodoo doll out of strands of your hair. And fill it with pins, I'll smash all your photographs, each one in turn. Count my sins and set fire to your house just to watch it all burn. And we'll see who wins. We'll see who wins, who wins, who wins. 'Cause you're not there. You're not there. You're not there. You're not there. Oh, you're not there to wake me gently with the first rays of the light, or plan the day out over breakfast when it's really getting bright, or calm the fiat that appears with the coming of the night. So don't tell me not to break stuff, 'cause you haven't earned a right. You haven't earned a right, 'cause you're not there. You're not there, you're not there, you're not there, you're not there, you're not there. I like that one. Maybe a little bit of a terror. Yeah, talking about times I was a little bit of a terror. This is not a old rave. I'm not embarrassed about any of it. I'm very proud. I know how to have fun. I hope I never lose that, and I hope you never lose it either. But don't stop whining out of a carpet you haven't hoovered in 8 years. That's just fucking disgusting. True story. Here's a little song about my misspent youth. Every line is honest truth, and though I'm pretty sure that I've gone far, I still love the smell of faded star. He's the reason crow's feet turn me on. Why grey hair's sexy when it's long. I know we lied about how old he was. It doesn't matter a bit, because I'll tell you what I thought. See, that you would be a grown-up 'cause you're 40. Instead I got to thinking you were naughty. I realized it more from what you told me. You're so naughty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're so naughty. Breaking into places that we really shouldn't be. Climbing up a fire escape with dirty magazines. Running for our lives after pissing off that punk. Learning from our elders what it is to be a drunk. Escalator, water fight. Strapping on the platform in the middle of the night. Stealing secret kisses while we're waiting for the train. Heady heights of summer and I'm 17 again. I tell you what I thought, see, that you would be a grown-up 'cause you're naughty. Instead I got to thinking you were naughty. I realized it more from what you told me. You're so naughty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're so naughty. Oh, oh, oh. I corrupted you, it's been suggested, but it wasn't me who got arrested. I corrupted you, it's been suggested, but it wasn't me who got arrested. No, 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 you're so naughty. Oh, oh, oh. So I've only got one song left for you. I haven't talked as much as normal, although if you haven't seen me before, you probably think I'm a gobby cow and I should probably shut up about now. I would say stick around because Eva Supertramp is next. I've been listening to her on Joe Solo's radio show and I've been super duper impressed. All her friends are freedom fighters and I want to be one of her friends. So I've done like my least freedom fighter set, but you know. Oh well. Well, we are trying to do our bit to do something useful, so it's really a wonderful thing that Punks for the Homeless have been doing. I've really enjoyed being involved with them. They're such an inclusive bunch of very interesting people, and I feel right at home amongst interested people. So if you feel right at home amongst interesting people and you're in a position to help them, help the people that they're helping, then Compass Children's Charity, the links are all over the page. Get on there and throw a few quid in. Definitely a worthwhile cause. So this is my song about social media because I think that it's really important as a folk singer, which I've now finally fessed up to be in, to write about and comment upon the things that are happening around you. And all this coronavirus stuff is a little bit too immediate for me. So I'm going to write about Facebook and Instagram and maybe a little bit about Grindr. So I'll dedicate this one to Bill Kerry III because he ain't got round to writing his Grindr song yet. And yeah, here's to everybody else, whether or not you gay or not. And we still haven't figured it out about Bill. Many years ago, way back in the midst of time, social networking used to mean you had to go outside. Food used to fill us up without being photographed. I'm sure that all of your great grannies would think FaceTime was witchcraft. Now Tumblr's banned all the porn. Could someone please explain what it is for? Twitter's giving everyone more letters, so please tell me why it isn't getting better. I don't give a fuck about your Facebook. They give a damn about Instagram. They give a shit about Snapchat. I ain't got that. I heard that Tinder is for mingers and for backchat. Oh, Facebook's where you find out that the people that you want to like are racist. Snapchat does dog faces. Oh, Grindr is a gay man finder. 4chan beats up teenagers and hot or nots for fucking strangers. Whoa, for fucking strangers. Whoa. Oh, your duck face selfies look the same. And how did you convince Facebook that that's your real name? Pornhub teachers, but for real, that's pausing for a moment while you're putting it in. And ice buckets in the garden might be fun, but if you can't recall the charity, well, maybe it was dumb. Friends Reunited ended so many marriages they had to shut it down. How? And Reddit seems to be where all of the nets go now that friend feed's not around. But I don't give a fuck about your Facebook. They give a damn about Instagram. They give a shit about Snapchat. I ain't got that. I heard that Tinder is for mingers and for backchat. Oh, Facebook's where you find out that the people that you want to like are racist. Snapchat does dog faces. Oh, Grindr is a gay man finder. 4chan beats up teenagers and hot or nots for fucking strangers. Whoa, for fucking strangers. Whoa. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Funnily, that's one of the rude ones that my dad actually quite likes. So, thanks ever so much for coming round to mine for a little while. I've enjoyed playing a few songs. I hope you've enjoyed listening to them. And if you have, I'm going to do you red in with this, but chuck a few quid in the virtual bucket to support the amazing work that Rachel and Gary are doing. Eagle.